Welcome to $1 Million Monday. We've got Matt Faircloth in the building. Matt, how'd you make your first million?
I made my first million. It's all been by holding assets long term. If I look at the wealth that I've built and the large, like 6-figure and larger checks that I've cashed in my life, it's been primarily by holding real estate long term, including real estate that was paying me a rate of return, and amortizing the debt long term, and then liquidating it later. So either through principal amortization, holding long term, or through buying an asset, doing the right things on it long term, and then letting it appreciate through forced appreciation, and then pulling that in through a timely sale.
Yeah, I love that. I hope that we're going to see more of that. I think that that's what most people think of when they get into real estate investing, at least over the long term. But, you know, over the past decade or so, we kind of got into the big fix and flips with multifamily specifically, right? Like you get in, you fix it up, you refinance it or sell it, and we've been selling them after like 2 or 3 years in the heyday because just the market just went through the roof. So you just sell it. So it just turned into a big flip. And then you got to do it again. It's just like a fix and flip for a home.
You see people celebrating on Facebook like, hey, I bought this property 18 months ago and they're selling it for like a multi-million-dollar profit. And I'm like, nah, you got lucky, chump. You know, like, but there is money to be made in multifamily value add appreciation, but I just think that time window is not likely going to be 18 months, much longer. I think it's still there, but I think it's going to be more likely through amortizing debt, pushing short-term and long-term cash flow, and then riding the wave of longer-term appreciation. Because sticks and bricks do go up long-term, maybe not in the next year or two. So I think you're better off just amortizing your debt, enjoying some cash flow, and that if you can.
Yeah. How'd you make your last million?
Just like that, you know, and I'm about to make $1 million more selling a multifamily I've owned for 8 years. We've got that in pipeline, under contract. Interestingly, Seth, the deal pays me fairly well, right? But there's what they call phantom equity in there because I've owned it for 8 years with a couple of my investors. It's a 49 unit, and 2 ways. Actually, you know what? I'm glad you asked. Amortizing all that, everything I just said, and what we did was it's a 49 unit building with a plot of land next to it. So we took that plot of land and we got site plan approval to build another swath of units next door. We are selling the building with site plan approval included. So we did paper value add, right? And it's my first time doing it. It was a fun journey, going through township approvals and, you know, brain damage of working with lawyers and attorneys and you know, architects and engineers and all that jazz, but we got it done. Costs me, I want to tell you, like 80 grand in professional fees, and me and my investors were making 1.2 an additional price bump because of that work that we did in creating the potential energy of a new apartment building. So I think there's something to be said for that, because it's value add, but it was all paper. I didn't do anything. It was all just, you know, creating the potential energy that someone else wanted to take that potential and monetize.
Love that, man. Yeah, for folks out there that don't know Matt, I mean, you are so good and so creative with your operations, with your business plan. It's incredible. When I talk to a lot of people, Matt, and you are up there in the top, at the very top, man.
Appreciate
I just wanted to say that.
Appreciate you.
This might be boring, but how will you make your next million? Maybe there's something a little bit different about the next one.
I think I'm gonna make my next million through business building, right? I'm in the middle of a couple of companies that I think are, you know, of course, this is like not my ego talking or whatever. A couple of companies that are markedly undervalued. My company DeRosa being one of them, and I think it's worth a lot more in that. So I'm going to make my next million through building businesses that exist. I'm involved in 2 of them right now, actually 3 of them off the top of my head. So I'm going to push those existing businesses to the next level through just operations and through just next level thoughts, next level thinking, like investing in myself, hiring coaches, that kind of thing. So I'm going to build those businesses. I'm not selling DeRosa anytime soon. DeRosa is my wife's mother's maiden name, so nobody else can have that. That's mine. But I'm going to leverage up DeRosa, increase more cash flow with it, likely make, millions by doing that. And I'm involved in 2 brands that I didn't start, but I'm involved in them. And I think that I'm going to be building those out fairly quickly to take them to the next level, because I believe that they are phenomenal brands that just need a little bit more love and a little bit more sunshine on them. And I think they're going to be worth multiples more, likely 10x more what they're valued at today.
Incredible, man. Thanks so much.